I felt like playing some Jurassic World Evolution, so come on along, fellow biological organisms. Alright, so what is this? This is the clothing store, blah blah blah. Okay, now when we left off, we realized shortly before we left off that we had these 3 missions to complete, and we have completed them. Now when we get our entertainment division up to about here, we should unlock something else as well. Now, in the meantime, we have some fossils. And we have new locations for Dracorex and Dracorex. Partially depleted. Alright, this one doesn't show partially depleted, so I'm going to assume that it has more options. Over here we still have Huangarangsaurus and Crichtonsaurus. Alright, so we don't have Sinoceratops. What? Maybe we do. Can we make a Sinoceratops? Doesn't look like it. No, so how are we going to do that? Alright, this income level is about $24,000 per minute away. Let's see what we have over here that we can research. No new fossils. We still have that one genetic and building upgrades. Which, again, I kind of want to hold off on so that maybe we'll get an easy mission to research something. Let's make sure that we don't need to fill any feeders. That one could be filled. These ones are okay. And these ones are okay. And it sounds like the helicopter's back. Go to the fossils. Ooh, we got a nice amber there. And sell that one. We still can't make the monorail. So the next unlock is restaurants. Sabotage risk is high. Oh, okay, so that's a good reason to increase our security division. But now this is tricky, because if we can't research the Synatosaurus, then we can't make any to complete our mission. So that's a bit of a problem. Hey, Kiefer, how you doing? I just felt like playing some Jurassic World Evolution. So, here we are. Yeah, but this is a little bit of a problem. This looks like it scrolls down, but it doesn't. So how can I get those how can I get Sinoceratops genome unless I have a dig site, and I don't have a dig site. So what I might have to do is start a park on another island just so I can do that. If we look in here, okay, there's the Crichtonsaurus. But no Ceratosaurus, or whatever it's called. Sinoceratops, or... Oh, 30. Not much. Played some tanks a little bit earlier. Played this earlier in the day. Got work tomorrow. So, I do not have much going on at the moment. Exam season, yeah. Oh my goodness. Maybe you can get my kids to care about school. Maybe I need threats of violence. That would work, wouldn't it? And I'm not going to get anything here. None of these things. Let's go ahead and unlock this. Yeah, we're just kind of messed up there. So, and looking at how much power we have left over. 28 there. And this one has 0 left over. And these guys, food's a little low. But they have food, so I'm not too worried about it. So I think I need to cancel these researches since I can't do them. Sinoceratops. The war is raging. It's definitely going on.
Science is why we are all here, and this contract helps me advance our research. Take it, and we'll both get what we want.
Do I think I already... Yeah. So I already have these guys
Don't
out.
let this opportunity pass you by.
So as soon as the helicopter returns, we can send them out to get some Struthiomimus, even though we don't need any more. There we go.
You really knocked that one out of the park.
Oh, so...
Sabotage in progress.
Oh no! And we have a... Okay, so let's do that one. And then Ranger Team 2. Or... Ranger Team 1.
Adding to the list.
Get him to heal that dinosaur. The world's largest plane got destroyed. I heard about that. It was used to transport a shuttle, or something like that. That's pretty dumb. But for the most part, Ukraine's still holding strong. Seems that way. Yeah, the Russian attack has, while it's done a lot of damage, I mean, they've got to be disappointed in Russia, right?
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Yeah, it just... I don't think of him as stupid, but I don't see how he thought this was going to work any better than it has. And we already sent them out for the Struthiomimus, right? Yeah. And I was hoping to put Dilophosaurs in this one, but we haven't unlocked them yet. I might have to go to a different island to unlock the Dilophosaurs. Yeah, Zelensky has been surprisingly astute. But you know, a professional comedian should know how to work a crowd, right? That's funny. Ukraine voted for a comedian and got a leader. Everyone else voted for a leader and got comedians. That's cute. Oh yeah, Struthiomimus, we don't need more fossils for them, so we can sell those. Go out for... Wow, this one's already partially depleted. Let's go ahead and go there again. And let's get an entertainment contract.
This opportunity is too good to miss. So don't.
In order to raise combat infamy, they actually have to fight and survive, so I'm probably not going to do that. Has the war affected life over there? Not yet, but gas prices are about to shoot up like a rocket. I'm going to go ahead and decline this one, and then I've got to wait 2 minutes before I can accept another one. And these guys are doing okay. Alright, so this is the boring part. I'm still disappointed that I couldn't put another power station right here. I'm going to try again. Let's change this fence out. $40 peso a liter. Oh, let's see. Peso is... What is it? 100 peso is $5? Is that right? So 40 peso would be about the... am I remembering that right? So 40 peso would be about the same as where I am in America. So, well, in some areas it's going to be even higher. Did that take out the fence? Or... okay, it's still intact. New fossils. Dracosaurus, that'll get us over 50%, which should get us a... I can't remember what that's going to get us. Successfully incubate a carnivore, so we can do that. That one's not too hard.
For you, a contract like this should be no sweat whatsoever.
No sweat whatsoever, indeed.
Anyway, at that size, they're all cute.
A few of the little things. Let's incubate that one, and we'll sell one of these. 4, 5. So this one's older. So we'll sell that one. Oh, $1 is 52 pesos now. And then we'll sell this one. Wow, we're not getting much money for it. Cost 10 times as much to make one. Also, power to Pripyat got cut, so cooling to Chernobyl will fail in 24 hours, I think. Wow. That's pretty bad.
Even a full plate has room for a little more, don't you think? So why not give this new contract a once over then?
So if I make another store, like maybe a clothing store right over here.
Transportation underway.
And hopefully power can reach that. Yeah, I hadn't heard about the Chernobyl losing power. Yeah, I remember people being so glad to get rid of 2020, and then 2021 turned out to not be so hot either. Alright, so that looks like that's in business. Let's see if we can sell those for 16 each. And see if this will go up to 4,000. Yeah, that's pretty good. Looks like it's not going up. Either that or it went up before I looked. Got dinosaurs here, dinosaurs there. Guess we can send out another expedition. Before I do that, let's make sure where we are with our contracts. We got one of each, so this one, incubate a carnivore, alright, which we were about to do. Should be almost ready. Almost.
You made this look easy. Just be sure you don't make the rest of us look bad. I'm kidding. Who could possibly make me look bad? I mean, come on.
Give me a roar. Elections are getting near. I don't like what it's looking like, though. It's looking like Marcos victory. Wow. Well, I find that surprising. I mean, is there any reason people should expect that, oh, that's still way off, that he's not going to be like his father, or people just don't care or don't remember? Construct guest shelters to increase total coverage to 7. We can do that. So what is our current? We're not that far off. So there's a restroom. Here's a shelter. So we could put a shelter here. Is that a shelter? No, that's a restroom. So if we put a shelter here, that would probably work. Let's see if we can put a shelter here. Repeating history, don't know why. Weird, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know, because it's like, if people don't realize they're being stupid, how can you tell them they're being stupid? It just doesn't work. Yeah, the terrain is too bumpy here. Thought I could put one here. What if we do it this way? Nope. No room over there. No room on this side. I could reduce the size of this pin, maybe? I don't like that, though. Oh, there was a moment there where it looked like it was going to work. Really? All right, I'm going to have to move this fence or gate then. It doesn't like being up on the hill like that. So they're not going to be able to use that gate, I don't think. Immigrate over here? Yeah. I don't know. I can't promise it'll be any better. Fence. All right, so first we got to deconstruct this gate.
Shade or shelter from the storm, either way, that's a win for you and our guests.
No, let's do it this way. Let's just start it here. Go there, and then I guess we're gonna have to demolish this other stuff here before they escape. And now let's see if we can put a gate in here. That'll work. All right, incubate, hatch, and release at least 3 new dinosaurs. All right.
You, on the other hand,
What? And let's get another entertainment contract. Reach 60,000 or 600,000 income per minute. I'm probably going to cancel that one because, yeah, we're way off. So we're going to cancel that one. It's going to take forever to complete. Biden not doing so well as well. I mean, yeah, he just has been lackluster at best. His best months were like the first 2 or 3, and then he didn't really accomplish anything. His big infrastructure bills were marketed poorly, so he couldn't get bilateral support. Probably there was probably a way to market it to get it all to pass, but in one or two bills. Well, that was another thing. They should have done it as one bill instead of two bills, or because it was supposed to be conditional that the second one would only be passed after the first one, or the first one would only be passed after the second one was also passed, or got to the House of Representatives. Anyway, putting it all in one bill would have fixed that problem. Or, when that didn't work, they should have...
Highness.
oh, I gotta add a task. There we go. Now it'll identify it.
Request acknowledged.
And it looks like we need to fix some feeders. We'll start with that one. And then that one.
Confirming task.
Sabotage resolved.
These guys just drive right up to those dinosaurs. They don't care. I must be paying them pretty well. Look out, it's a goat! Yeah, approval ratings... they've been bad for a year. And like right now, it's like people think, or keep saying, he should do more. But if you go down to specifics as to regarding Ukraine, over when you consider all the things that we can do in response to Ukraine, and say, should Biden do this? People are like, no, that's too much. Should he do this? This, and, and so basically, everyone wants him to do more, but no one, anything that he could actually do, no one wants him to do. So it's a catch-22.
En route to top-up feeder.
So another marketing disaster there. Yeah, there's different ways of looking at that. People said he was just a stopgap president, a bridge president, until we get a good president or so. I don't know. None of it really made sense. I don't know if this counts as a small herbivore. Oh, we don't need that. Oh, release 3 dinosaurs. So release 3 dinosaurs. We can release 3 Strythiomimuses. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll make 2 of them. Change the skin color. And these guys incubate pretty fast, so that shouldn't take long. Oh, we've got a new item here. It's the restaurant. So I'm going to come over here and demolish the restaurant by the hotel. Does that path keep going through? Yes, it does. All right, so now let's build a real restaurant. And I want to leave enough room for a path in between there. Then I got to set the menu. Oh, and all that talk about... We have perception among some that there's rampant election fraud, although nothing substantial has any evidence. So again, you can't make people realize what their perception won't allow them to believe. Oh, so then we're gonna go for the big meal, and it costs 20, and let's set it at 40 for now. And extra staff, so room to grow. 169. I'm just waiting to see if that'll go down or up. 170, so we could probably live with that $40 price tag. Oh, yeah, Biden. In some ways, I thought he would be worse because he is such a establishment politician. He's so corporatist. Increased all dinosaur visibility to at least 85%. So we're at... We already have that.
You've earned it.
That was an easy one. Entertainment division again.
Got a new offer for you to review.
Guest facilities. And oh wow, we're way off. So that is going to take a while to build up, so I'm going to terminate that one. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. And then we'll get another one in a couple minutes. Still have to study for our physics exam tomorrow. Oh boy. Physics. I like physics. Yeah, I imagine you would have to go. Alright, adios. It's always good to hear from you. And it's always more fun when you're here, right? Oh yeah, we got to release these two and then make another one. Could actually make another one of these things up here, but it'll take longer.
We are pleased to welcome the Scrupio.
We'll see. And this one little hill right here is kind of bugging me.
We are pleased to welcome the Scrupio to the party.
How's that look? That's a little better. And let's make another Struthiomimus. And we'll keep the same skin color. Yeah, let's see if we can get another contract. Let's see, that is... Slava Ukraina. Glory to Ukraine. Increase your dinosaur rating to 5 stars. I think I'm pretty close to that already. Oh yeah, we're really close. And release. And that'll be our...
Dinosaur count is right where we want it. And by we, I mean me and the science division. But mostly, you know, me. Anyway, well done.
We are pleased to welcome the studio audience to
Junior was hungry. Oh, we've got too many savannas and not enough arids. Okay, now where are we gonna make a enclosure for this Dracorex? Is there anyone in here? Yeah, this is the I thought there was something in here. Is there nothing in here? Yeah, we've got these Crichtonosaurus. I was going to save this for the whatchamacallits, Dilophosaurus, or at least that was the intention. So if we make a viewing gallery right here, how far out is... Okay, there's the edge of the park. If we do it just about like that, and I want to get the path going from here to here. That substation's gonna kind of be in the way, so let's put another substation right here. Connect that like that. Obstructed. Can we do that instead? Yeah, we can do that instead. And we can, oops, destroy this one. Path not connect. Oh yeah, that's fine. We just made that. So let's connect this over to here. And then connect this. And let's keep it going this way so that we can put a store or something in this area. And then we could probably put a restroom or something along in here. Hopefully there's enough room for that. And then we'll destroy the path between here. And make this path a little straighter. Oh, it doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, because that's in the way. Well, we don't need that right now. Modify.
Really like this one.
Yeah, I think that one will be easy enough. Achieve dinosaur rating of 4.6. That was the Crichtonosaurus, which are over here, and we were making them here. Was it lifespan of 90? Lifespan of 91. Crichtonosaurus, and modify. None of these affect lifespan. So we'll go with this one for resilience. And the shark... Oh, there's no shark DNA. Lifespan 54. And this one's still locked, so we need more DNA. Good to know. Oh, it was Harangosaurus. Which they actually have their own breeding area. Okay, let's modify this one. Arid or savanna. Let's try savanna. It brings lifespan up to 87. And 95. What about... Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So he's ready. Oh, he's not ready. .6 stars. That's actually a little bit further away. That one. Do that one. Achieve. So that dinosaur rating of 5.0 is going to be a little bit difficult. But once we get our Draco Rexes in here, I don't think it's going to be too bad. We were trying to make a path. So let's see if we can go from here to here. And then we can destroy all these paths in the middle. That'll work. We got room for facilities here. And now we need power to this.
Warning. Sabotage in progress.
Far be it from me to accuse one of the other divisions of sabotaging our work, but I have my suspicions.
There we go.
Adding task.
Let's see, is there food over here? Yeah, these guys have food. So let's get these guys.
Responding to resupply request.
And this one.
Acknowledged.
We need to work on this area right here. It's going to need substation. Now that'll allow us to connect right here. That'll work. So we have a viewing gallery, we just don't have anything to view. Let's get rid of all these trees so we can see what we're doing. Okay. And what do we know about... What is this one? What's wrong with it? Oh, is it sabotaged?
Setting additional task.
And did this one, where is it? Is this one ready? He looks angry.
We are pleased to welcome
Really great job on that contract.
All right. So, next contract. Oh man, our security reputation is really low. So we probably need to do something about that. Although we're pretty close to unlocking
Contract just came in
4 new dinosaurs.
by you.
Is this still not? Okay, here they come. They're gonna fix it.
sabotage resolved.
Alright, so that has 0 extra power. Oh, that's right. And I was changing this fence line so I could try to put another power station in here. It really just does not like this location. And I don't think I can put another one up here. Yeah, that can't go back any further. Or maybe it could, but not much. So maybe we can make another power station at this location. That would be neat if that substation weren't in the way. We really don't need a substation there, do we? And if we put a power station there, it was flickering blue, like it wanted to work. So that'll get us some extra power. But this area is going to be mostly unusable. All right. Actually, let's get another expedition going. Oh, what's this? Crichtonsaurus and Harangusaurus. All right, so... Oh, I should have done the Draco. That's what I should have done. If we look at... What do we know about the Dracosaurus? Alright, it's a ground-eating herbivore. It's only 3 meters long? That's not very big. It was named after Hogwarts, or the Dracorex, named after... Draco Malfoy? Alright, fence. So we probably won't need a heavy fence, which is good because we haven't researched that. They don't need a pin anywhere near this big, so I imagine that they'll be sharing this pin. There we go. And we'll want a couple gates. Put those there for now. And let's put some trees back in. Oh, first water. Maybe right here. Take a look at it. Alright, so that little rise right here, it might be a bit of a problem. That's not too bad. Alright, we got more. We still have fossils from last time that we haven't extracted. And we can put some trees back. We have no idea how much jungle these things are going to want. Hopefully that's plenty. If not, we'll fix it. Alright, so let's make some dinosaurs. Alright, and then that's not unlocked. So incubate and incubate. Where to next? Dracosaurus. Draco Rex. Release 4 dinosaurs. Alright, so that's going to be 2. Oh, that one didn't work, huh? And I want there to be 2 of them ready to go before we release 1. I could try to do 2 over here as well. Make sure our feeders are... Okay, that one needs to be replenished.
Supply request received. Confirmed.
Oh, they're both resupplying? Alright, looks like both of these are ready. Oh yeah, he's a short guy. So cute! Not very impressive. I mean, I'm really disappointed in that roar. Alright, let's release that
All
one.
hail the Dragon King, the Dracorex. Sounds so intimidating, but it's just a plant eater. However, just in case they do rule the Earth again, don't tell them I said that.
And as soon as that one's done releasing, we can start incubating the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Dracorex to the park.
Alright, T. Now we need to dart them. Wow, it's just lousy with Strythiomymuses in here. Okay, there's a Draco and a Draco. And we're going to move it to right here.
En route to pick up the asset.
And that one. And we're going to drop it right here. Apply outage protection 1.0 to a small power station. That'll be easy enough. And then we'll want a feeder. And we'll set that for like every 12 minutes. And then hopefully these other two are ready to release. Almost.
Asset has been asset in transit.
He's not even out of the pin yet. Already we're going to dart him.
Pleased to welcome the Dracorex to the park.
Well, there's 4 dinosaur releases.
Request acknowledged.
This guy should be going down pretty soon.
Asset transported.
Maybe he's too small to hit?
Delivery complete.
He keeps hitting the ground.
When I was younger, I defined
Alright, we
success
got our
by how much money
income.
I had.
Yeah, as soon as we opened a new
But the younger me
viewing
would've been damn
facility with a
impressed what you
new
accomplished on that contract.
dinosaur, that
And
really
the older me
upgraded
thinks you
our
did pretty good as well.
income. He's got one dart in him, I think. Alright, he's down. So, let's specify his drop-off location.
Asset requiring collection.
And they darted that one much faster.
Picking up asset.
Alright. So we could probably put Struthies in here with them. Now if we select one, we can see that they like grassland, they like some forest, and wetland. Hopefully putting 2 more in here will really help with their social. So we have a new building now. The Science Center. Oh, and the Innovation Center. So, let's build the Innovation Center, and it's going to take some doing. We're going to get rid of this thing, and we're going to prepare this area. It may be a bit of a problem. We could also try building it up here, but with the terrain, that's going to be a problem. Alright, so first of all, let's destroy this thing, which really isn't that big of a problem for this island. Let's get rid of this water.
Asset delivered.
Let's get rid of
Transportation complete.
Let's get rid of all of these trees so we can see what we're doing. We can put some back. All right, now we're going to want to flatten quite a bit of this. I guess that's something I haven't dealt with. No, that went the wrong way, I think.
Warning. Sabotage in progress.
Science requires proof, but my instinct tells me we were sabotaged by another division.
Task received. Resupply request acknowledged.
So we need to get outage protection 1.0 researched. So that's going to be a building upgrade. Power outage protection 1.0. So that'll be ready in 4 minutes. Oh, what was this? Sinoceratops. So now it's available. How about our contracts? Let's get a security contract. Get storm defensive coverage to 60%. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll do that. It should be easy enough. And then gotta wait 2 minutes to get another one.
Sabotage resolved.
These two feeders should be full. Yeah. So let's get these two.
Heading to the feeder now. Feeder supplies inbound.
All right, so do we have 4 in here now? Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they happy? Social is good, population is good, range is good. All right, so they're pretty happy. Hooray! Storm defense station. Oh, before we do that, I want to put... Is that it? That's not it. So it's under operations. It's not a very effective use of space. Where is this dinosaur?
Here's a new security contract. Interested?
Earn 25,000 profit. Yeah, we can do that. And where is this? Ooh, it's a mean triceratops. All right, that's too wide. And then we kind of want to circle all the way around. Whatever happened to Wayne Knight? He was everywhere. It's on Seinfeld. Third Rock from the Sun. Jurassic Park. And then one day it was just Wayne who?
Ladies and gentlemen, learn all about Jurassic Park in our new visitor center.
Alright, so then that goes all the way around. And it is set. So we also have the Science Center, which I don't know if it's going to fit down here. Let's... Oh, it might be an obstruction issue. if we get it close enough, then we might not have room for the power pylons. I just realized we haven't had a power outage. Because oh, we should have had a power outage actually, but I guess the way it's divided up, it's okay. All right, so we got our Science Center coming in. We have our Innovation Center coming in. That's great. Profit from guest facilities is going to hit the mark here very shortly. Storm defense. We could probably put one right here.
You're a natural at this, but you knew that already, I suspect. Still, good job completing that contract.
And 36, so if we can put one up here, that'll do quite a bit as well. This one reaches, I want to see how far it reaches. Only to right there. So if we put one right in here somewhere, that'll be great. No, doesn't like it here.
That contract is completed thanks to your hard work.
And then, all right, we got a sick dino. Let's do an upgrade. Outage protection 1. We'll buy that, and that'll take care of that.
The science division is a little stronger because of you. A little.
No problem.
Medicate that dinosaur. All right, do we got any new fossils? Negative. So we can finish out Edmontosaurus. Work on Draco Rex. Yeah, let's work on Edmontosaurus. Get him up to 100%. Coming in to medicate our dinosaur. All right, let's get some more contracts going here. We need some security.
Security isn't always clean or easy, but it is always necessary.
All right, that's pretty easy. And we just sent an expedition team out. I didn't bring my drink with me. Well, while we're waiting for that to come back, I'm going to go grab my drink. Should be just a couple minutes. You probably won't even notice I'm gone. Oh my god, I'm on the wrong frickin'... Pro streamer. Be right back.
I don't know if your schedule's free, but this contract looks too good to be true. Okay, that might be hyperbole, but still, no harm in checking it out.
Alright, what did we miss? Construct guest shelters to increase total coverage to 80%. I think we can do that. Is this expedition back yet? Not yet. So we could probably build a shelter right here, and that would cover quite a bit. Yeah, that should totally work there. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Maybe put something better in here, like a store. And we need another successful expedition. There we go. Not sure how much do we have left on Crichtosaurus, 80% and 98% on. So we already sent a team out, so we'll have to wait for them to come back. And let's get, can we get another contract?
Protecting our guests is, of course, our first priority. But our second priority is continuing to improve our security profile. This new contract could help us do that. So it's important that you consider it.
I have accepted it. Not only have I considered it, there are more dinosaurs in this pen up here. He's just foraging off the ground. No one's at that feeder. Oh, wait. Is this Struthy eating from the feeder? No, he's not. And no one's eating at this feeder. Let's see if we can get a Huangosaurus at a feeder. Okay, these guys are eating at a feeder. And eating from a feeder, looking for water. All right, and did we get a composition bonus? Yeah, because we used our rule of thirds.
Handing over the wheel.
Great shot, kid. I was 1 in a million.
That same Star Wars reference. All right, another contract. Oh, what's this one? Oh, it hasn't finished yet.
I'm marking this one complete. Congratulations.
Oh, we got a minute to go.
That's impressive work.
Oh, we got... Oh, and we need another shelter. All right, so if we look at management, this shows us our shelter coverage. So we don't have a shelter for the hotel, but almost everything else is covered. So let's get one in for the hotel area. Nope, guest. Put it right behind the restaurant. Can we do a wide path here? Why doesn't it want this to work? There we go. And eventually we'll put a monorail behind here. Is that available yet? Not yet. Operation building, I believe we have everything. Securities.
Shelter. Here on the island, we provide it all. For a price, of course.
Alright, so another contract. We'll work on security. Hopefully it's not a dumb one.
I'm doing what I can to help you.
Islands rating to
Do what
5
you can to help the
stars.
security division.
You mean it's not already? I guess it's not. So what do we need for that? If we look in here, food rating is a little low. Drink rating, we don't have drinking stations available. Transport rating, we don't have the monorail. And restrooms are also a little bit low. So if we come here, look at restrooms. Okay, the hotel needs a restroom, and we need a restroom in this area. So maybe we can put one across from this shelter. I thought that was going to work for a moment. There we go. And one over by the hotel. Too bad I can't put one on this side of the fence.
Don't look at this as extra work.
Extraction speed, I think I can do that. So another bathroom. Yeah, I can't. Oh, wait, there we go. Actually, maybe I should have put that shelter here. What else do we need? Food's a little low. I need to double check and make sure I don't have drink. All right, so shelter, hotel, gift shop, fast food, clothes shop, restaurant, and restroom. Yeah, if I could unlock that monorail, we could take care of transport. Is it time for... Oh, apply extraction speed upgrade to fossil center. So let's go to the fossil center. We might actually have some fossils. There we do. And go to upgrade, extraction speed. We already have that. Yeah, let's add another one. I wonder if you can... Yeah, you can remove it.
I make a heck of a team.
Okay. More security contracts.
You and I make a great team. I present the contracts, you complete them, everybody wins. So how about we rack up another win, huh?
Alright, Harangusaurus with a rating of 40. Let's see, before we do that, these guys, population and social is fine. Oh, it's already over 40. It's at 51. Viability is 74%, so that's probably going to work. It's been almost 2 minutes. Let's see if we can accept another contract. Less than a minute. We're not quite at that 5-star rating yet. Oh. It's a lot of Struthies. Oh, we got to research the Sino thing. Yeah, Sinoceratops. So that's going to take less than a minute. And then that should unlock a new expedition location. Let's see about that contract.
If you can complete this contract, I can see good things in your future.
Of a dinosaur hunting.
Me in your future.
That might be difficult.
Intelligence is an essential part of security. We got a contract for photography that's just become available. Give it a once over.
Alright, any feeders need to be filled. And I'm coming down to this one myself. So oh. Huh.
You did good work out there with that contract.
They need to have something to hunt. Maybe I could release a Struthi down here. They'd probably hunt that. Or an Edmontosaurus. Alright, I am going to disable this. Is there a way to put it out of service? And deactivate this one. And then we'll make an Edmontosaurus here. That's going to be expensive. Din. Now, are we overcrowded in here? Not even close. One thing I need to worry about. We have more of these guys now, so can the feeder keep up with them? So, food. I think the feeder can keep up with them. We're close enough. Alright, photograph a dinosaur hunting. Achieve island rating of 5.
I've seen some interesting opportunities come my way since I've been here. Like this one, which I now offer to you.
Okay, we're only 900 people short. So this should be fine. Alright, we should be able to look for... There we go. Sinoceratops. They're pretty big. I think I'm gonna move all these struthies
No problem. Task received.
to where the alright, let's hold off on that one for a minute. To where the Draco Rexes are. They're like cockroaches.
Heading to collect the asset.
We might need an extra feeder if I'm going to put that many in there.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Confirming task.
Asset transportation in progress.
Ah, it's coming right at us!
Commencing asset transfer.
Should have taken a screenshot of that.
Asset collection request received. Heading to pick up the asset.
Adding task.
Transporting asset.
It's a lot of helicopters. We couldn't get a maneuver?
Asset transportation complete. Asset being transported. En route to collect the asset.
Looks like there's another one up here.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
I think that's the last of the Struthiomimuses.
Asset delivery confirmed. Asset transportation underway.
Not a Struthi? It is. Who knew we had so many helicopters?
En route to pick up the asset. Asset transportation in progress. Asset to be collected.
I think that's all of them. But I said that last time too, right? So... yeah, this one's being moved, that one's being moved. So that's all of the Struthies. Alright. Let's extract. some Sinoceratops. Sell this turtle fossil. And get some more Sinoceratops. Although we could also finish out the harangue. By adding the Sinoceratops to the park, that'll almost definitely get us that 5th star. Yeah, we kind of hit a plateau on our guest count. Dinosaur hunting. Alright, are these guys hungry yet? Hunger is a little low. So let's get a ranger vehicle ready. Meh. Your dinner's ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Montezorus to the park.
Oh, this just feels cruel. Nope, that's not what we need. Kind of disappeared into the trees. It's making me nervous.
Heading to collect the asset.
I got the hunting, so
We're selling these photos, right? These are for sale.
Thanks to you, we have the pictures we need. Job done and contract closed.
now we got 2 dinosaurs that are dead.
There is a new job available, and I know just the person to do it.
Yeah, that'll be the Sino whatchamacallit. So let's activate that. And we can activate this one. So I'm not even sure if we need to clean this one up. Yeah, health is 0. Comfort is 0. So we can leave that sitting there for a little bit, I suppose. Let's see what our comfort levels are over here. There's a Draco's. Where's the Struthies? There's one. Social and population is good. Grassland, forest, and wetland is good. Draco's. Social population's a little high. So don't necessarily want to replace all of those Struthies. Could probably even sell one. Does it show the comfort is okay though? Content. Alright, fossil center. That'll put us at 100% for the Phalangosaurus. And we're at 40% on Sinoceratops, so probably going to get, maybe not, but probably going to get 50 on this expedition here. I'm actually going to sell one of these. I should have tried to identify which one was the oldest. Genome complete. I think he's sleeping. Then once he's darted, ooh, that one hit him in the head. And he's down. So hit him there. R for sell. There we go. And then, whoa! There's... How come... Why did they hit two? So now I've got to... We'll just transport him back into the same cage. Otherwise, the tranquilizer will never wear off, and
Asset transportation underway.
let's get rid of this one.
Heading to pick up the asset.
All right, fossils. Let's go ahead and get some more Sinoceratops. How are we doing on contracts? Oh, we need to get it to 60, not 50. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to unlock anything else. Without going to another island. Alright, Sinoceratops is at 50%. sounds like the helicopter's coming back. Maybe not. Man, we have been right there at that same... Yeah, transport is our biggest... Alright, where can we put a restaurant that will do some good? Food... Oh, up here. We don't have any food service up here. So, alright, this, I don't know if that'll be enough to get us to 60. I think it will. And then let's see if we can... To service all three of these viewing stations, it would have to be here where this emergency shelter is, and I don't know if I can fit a restaurant there. But let's try. Nice. And since we demolished the shelter, that lowers our percentage of coverage, so we may get another mission to increase the coverage. All right, there's that 60%.
Smart play for the science division. So I'm pleased to see you acquire the genome and close out this contract. It'll be worth it. You'll see.
I believe it. Alright, let's get another security contract.
I couldn't think of anyone else I'd rather offer this contract to than you.
Defense trade of at least 17.
Not really the truth either, but whatever.
Defense rating of at least 17. Which they currently already have. Which color was that? So currently alpine versus arid. Alpine? Is this the alpine one? Yeah, that's the alpine one. So let's sell one of these.
Adding to the list. Request acknowledged.
spend a lot of time engineering these dinosaurs. But I wonder if Dr. Dewar and Dr. Wu ever consider the consequences of how they change the personality of these creatures.
En route to collect the asset.
You appear to have achieved the highest rating that you can.
Hey, there's our 5-star.
House.
So there he
I've
is.
reported your success up the chain of command. Well done.
You can run, Draco Rex. But you can't fly.
Transit has commenced. Collecting asset.
Alright, Fossil Center. Whoa. And I don't think there's going to be anything new to research. No, just some building upgrades.
Asset in transit.
And then the Sinoceratops we'll just do in here. Another contract. You think we're due for an entertainment contract?
Contracts, contracts, contracts. Who has a new contract? This guy.
Alright, Ranger reload speed. First we'll have
The
to...
more buildings we have, the more chance to increase our revenue.
Ranger reload. And that'll take 3 minutes. And then I'll have to apply it to a ranger station. The ranger station. Yeah, I wondered if I shouldn't do a zigzag here and get rid of everything in between. It's not Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Confirming asset delivery.
Oh, we still got quite a ways to go on that. See how much power we have. Okay, we got quite a bit left over there. And then quite a bit left over here. Almost 2 full extra buildings. Entertainment or security? Let's go with science.
Hello. I was wondering if you'd be interested in a new contract.
And that's where we're headed now, so that one's practically a freebie. This thing alone makes 43,000 per minute. Yawn. Well, I kind of wanted to release a pair of Sinoceratops before we called it a day. Alright, Ranger Reload is upgraded. There's the Ranger Station. Go to Upgrades. Ranger Reload. Buy that. And there we go.
Nice work. And you didn't even make it look like work.
Well, it wasn't really work, so that may have had something to do with it. A minute to go. Not too worried about the park rating. Transportation is still low. Drink is low. Food is still a little low. So where... Sounds like the helicopter's coming in. Oh, yeah, we could put food down here. We could put... We still have fair demand here.
Taking that contract was the smart choice. You've proved that. Thanks.
The rest of these are covered. So putting a little snack shack down here probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I think security is what we need next.
There's a new
Assist
contract I want you
any
to consider.
No, I'm just going to decline that one. That should get us over 80%. Now, if we look here, oh, we got a dead dinosaur. If we lower the price by $2, so that jumped up. Yeah, we'll see. But let's get rid of this dead dinosaur. So it was a harangue. That is not how you pronounce it. Huayangosaurus? I think that's what it is. Hey, can you people in the back row see the dead dinosaur okay? So they could stand to have another one, and he was a paler color. Arid, so that'll be fine.
Asset being transported.
Demand's still a little high there. So, can we put a fast food restaurant right here? Actually, before we do that, let's make a path. And then let's see what we can do with that. Oh, is this not going to have power? Yeah, the substation's way over there. So, can I get another substation over here? Could do this.
Are you hungry or thirsty? Visit our new fast food restaurant.
And we seem to have another dead dinosaur. Right here. What is it? It's a Struthy?
To be collected.
I don't think we'll replace that one.
Word is that
Increase the value of your park to 40 million? I don't even know what my current... that should get us to over 90... 93, you think? So, wow, our current value is only 22 million. So, they basically want me to double it? Let's cancel that one. Too bad we can't get any more of these. We already got our unlocks. And let's terminate that. And I think security again.
A contract just landed on my desk. You need to take a look.
Increase dinosaur viewing to 90%. What is current viewing? Actually, it would have said on the mission thing there. Dinosaur visibility 76%. That's it? Probably because of these guys. So these guys can't be seen right now because they're down by the watering hole. So if they would just leave the watering hole, then that would probably be enough. So we'll just wait and see. Oh, there's a yawn. Yeah. Somebody needs to wrap things up. What's our percentage on the Sinoceratops? Oh, okay. Another dead dinosaur. That's not going to be enough to get us to 100. Another Struthy.
En route to pick up the asset.
Let's go ahead and make another one.
a good job with these new viewing galleries. Makes the dinosaurs easier to observe.
All I had to do was wait for the dinosaurs to move into range. Alright, looks like security is still the lowest of the 3 ratings.
This new contract could prove valuable to the security division.
Alright, so we're mostly there. This has gotten up to 21,000 before, I believe. Release that. T. Dart. Whew. As soon as he's darted, we can start the transport process. Looks like they... Oh! That one looks like... Did it... No, it was that light right there. I thought he had a red dart in his head. Oh! And he's running. There's the dart. And there's another dart. And that was another miss. Oh, Eric got his tail. And he's down. And we'll put him right in here.
Heading to pick up the asset.
This might not be enough to get us to 100% either. So let's send another one out just in case. Worst case scenario, we sell everything when it comes back. And if we look at our food rating 88%. So transport is low. Everything else is 80s or above. If we look at the hotel, does it suggest that park overcrowding 2%? So overcrowding, not just crowding. Overcrowding. In this restaurant, I don't know if it'd be worth lowering the price of food more. I could actually lower the prices so that they're barely profitable, and then they'd get a lot more usage. Alright, lowering the price $2 did not seem to change the number of guests. Well, that only changed it by 2. Let's check a little bit later. All right.
Make the world go round. Or was that money?
All right. This one shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't take too long to accomplish that. I'm surprised this is taking as long as it has. I don't know that this will be enough to get us to 100% either. Maybe not. don't think that's going to get us to 100. Oh, it did. It's complete. So let's make a couple. Sinoceratops. Modify. I think we'll go here. Rating 52 versus rating 52. Yeah, let's go with that. $54 versus $55. And nope, that was the wrong thing. And then once these two are released, it should be less than a minute before our total guest count shoots up. I'm going to say probably 150. Oh man, this is slow. Let's go ahead and start another one. I kind of wanted to change the color though. It probably doesn't matter. So we don't need Sinoceratops. Admitted source is 100%. Yeah, let's get the Draco Rex up. Gonna damage my cord. Alright, looking good. What our viability is 70%. So we got a pretty good chance of getting them both completed. Let's make sure that our feeders are full.
Attending to feeder supply. Setting additional task. Acknowledging
Oh.
request for feeder resupply.
So they can't. Oh, because maybe it's because of where that gate is. Is there a gate on this side? I don't see one. Oh, hey, hey, oh, hey! We're all friends here. I don't know if I can drive through here. No. Let's just have them go. Actually, they're going to be confused and not know where to go. Okay, that's not going to get us to 100. So we'll go back again. Excuse me, folks. Homicidal maniac coming through. I'm just hitting the ground. Is there no gate on this side? It doesn't look like there's a gate on this side. Okay, no gate on this side. Need to see about putting a gate on that side. Look out. Sorry. Is this the one they couldn't find the path to? It's nice over here. Excuse me. Very bumpy. That was a bad shot. Gotta lead him, huh? There's a hit.
Warning. Ranger vehicle under attack.
I don't see anybody. Malicious little blighters, aren't they? Alright, anything needs to... Oh, this one's sick now.
Adding task.
And these two... Oh my goodness. Where the heck are we? This place is hilly. Ooh, wow, which reminds me. Looking forward to the next episode of Severance. Excuse me. Ooh, out of control. Can I trank the goat? Oh, it's... Yeah. Her name was Hilly. Not Tilly, but Hilly. Look at that tire is kind of messed up. Alright, what's next? Fossil Center. Bing. Mm-hmm. 100. And these two are ready to release.
We're taking this one to the bank, and we got you to thank for it.
This Sinoceratops should prove interesting.
And let's go ahead and release the next one, because we can see that I kind of wanted to follow that, but we can see that this one social is low, so we might need a third one even. Yeah, let's get a third one going. Now, the Crichtosaurus we have up here, right? That's what's in here. So we got 3 in there. And yeah, we're up over 2100. The plane. Ooh, that's depleted. So, let's go to this one. Hell Creek Formation. Let's increase the staff, and again... Everything is going okay. We're making money. We're up to 100 million. Ah, I didn't think about that before. That one mission to get our park value up to 400 million, I think it was. I wonder if cash in hand counts towards that. Dinosaur rating is healthy. Guest numbers are staying high. There was something I wanted to see. Like this was at 199. Let's go ahead and release this guy. And we'll see if that makes us jump up from 2159 guests. And there we go, 2200. So now we just need to maintain that guest count for a minute, I guess. Alright, their social is in a pretty good place. Fossils are in.
This new contract just came in. And
Oh, man.
written all over it.
I don't really want to do that one.
I know you're incubating new dinosaurs, but be responsible. Each life we create, even if it began millions of years ago, is precious and valuable. Truly valuable.
And I think we'll just, well, let's sell the oldest ones we have over here. That's number 3. That's number 5. That's number 2. That's number 4. That one looked like it hit. And R for sale.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Draco Rex to the park.
Acknowledging asset collection request. Asset being transported.
Setting additional task.
And we almost have our maintained guest count completed.
You've closed out that contract and met the objectives. Best outcome possible.
Asset collection request received. Asset requiring collection.
Looks like entertainment is where we're
This is a side
lowest.
hustle that we should get behind.
Oh, we got a dead one. Somewhere. Right
Asset
there.
in transit. Heading to collect the asset.
So let's make it. Oh, wow.
Transit has commenced.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Although, couldn't hurt, right?
I knew you could do this. These new dinosaurs will be extremely valuable in our ongoing research, and we have you to thank for it.
We don't have everything unlocked yet. Another dead dinosaur? They're dropping like dino flies.
No problem.
I mean, it's a little more work than having a release location for each pin, and we probably could, yeah, we could have put a Hammond thing right here.
En route to collect the asset.
Adding to the list.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the studio.
Whew.
Asset has been collected.
Alright, so we need to sell a Sinoceratops with a rating of 45 or more. Sinoceratops rating of 59, so they're probably all going to be 59.
I think you're up to tackling this contract. At least look it over.
Transportation underway.
Wow, that research was fast. Alright, so we're going to do an upgrade for success. Oh. Did I not research that? Oh, it's alright, research in progress. I thought it looked like it was finished, but I should have known better. Alright, does anywhere need their feeders refilled?
Asset has been delivered.
Nope. So we're good there. And then if we look at Sinoceratops 1, it has a rating of 59, so we can get rid of that one. Almost done. Release. And then we can sell that one. That's not ready yet. Got another minute to go. Alright, that's finished. So then we can apply that to this Hammond Creation Lab. Upgrades. Success rate. Buy that in. There we go.
I'm not saying I could have done it better myself. I probably could have, but I'm not saying. As I said, I did.
Hit R for sell. Profit from guest facility. That's kind of slow, but it's working its way up. Let's see. So, entertainment or security.
This contract looks important, unworthy of consideration.
Allow Sinoceratops to kill Ceratosaurus in combat. I'm going to go ahead and decline that. So we're frozen out for 2 minutes. Something I've considered is putting a fence around this little area with,
I can't thank you enough, which means I'm not gonna try.
and then a fence across here. So when the dinosaur comes out, I can have the gate open on either side for, and then just divide that up. But all right, can we get another one yet? Nope.
Asset to be collected.
Now, do I have a Crinosaurus over here? Oh man, we're getting thin. Right there. Oh, there was one on his back. There we go. And then we're going to drop him right over here. Wow, there's only one in here, so let's go ahead and get another one brewing. And another dead dinosaur. Wow, so that pen is going to be empty until this one gets dropped off over there. We could actually make another one in here.
Now this contract could really help us both out.
Alright, reach at least 40,000 income per minute from guest facilities in the park. Yeah, I'm probably going to cancel this one. Yeah, look at that. We need to increase by 30%, 33%. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that one. It's just going to take too long. And let's go with security again. Prevent any power outages from occurring for 10 minutes. Alright, so just don't do any construction and I should be fine.
This perfect for improving the security division. I'd be disappointed if you reject it.
Too weak to survive. No! Okay.
Confirming task.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome our Triconsaurus to the park.
Understood.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
That's probably not going to be enough.
Collecting asset.
Give me 2 in this pen. Now, how are these guys doing for happiness? Good enough. Good enough. Okay, that's that. Now how are we doing over here?
Asset in transit.
I think we're okay.
Asset transportation underway.
All right, everything's kind of taken care of.
Asset has been transported.
We could put a gate here. Let's do that if it'll let us. And let's also put a gate over here. Oh, there is a gate right there. What if we destroy this gate and build one a little closer over here?
Asset transportation complete.
Okay, new contract. Science or... Let's go with security again.
When things go wrong, who do they turn to first? You guessed it. So consider this contract part of us always being ready.
Right, so that's going to be too easy. Find an Edmontosaurus, like this one. And then hopefully we don't give it a heart attack.
Setting additional task.
And then we'll just transport it 10 feet away. I also want to make sure I have at least 3 Sinoceratops. Huh, 2 a.m. Yeah, I really need to call it a day, and we'll just transport them to right there.
Pick up the asset.
Alright. Social seems a little low. How many of these are there? There's a second Sino. And a third.
Way to go.
Oh, and now... Oh! Now it says sell an Edmontosaurus. Ah, great.
Transit has commenced.
Requesting knowledge.
So let's get another one ready.
Confirming asset delivery.
See, it just feels like I want to do one more thing.
Heading to pick up the asset.
It's only at 27%. Do I have anything brewing in here? Oh, it failed. Let's go ahead and make 2. The viability is 75%, so let's not make 2 because we've just gotten some against the odds results. That may or may not be enough to get us across the 100% line.
From where I'm standing, that's job done.
Alright, now let's get a science contract. Why am I still playing? I need to move on. Get some sleep.
The science division is always on the lookout for ways to improve our bottom line.
Alright, so do we have incubation speed? Yes, we do. So we'll come over here. We'll apply that. Release. That was quick. Another 25 seconds of no power outages. Do another science. I gotta wait 2 minutes. We have all our divisions almost maxed out.
Every single security system in our park relies on power. Without it, I'd hate to imagine what might happen. So great effort and results on that contract.
%75 viability. One, two, three. So it'd be nice to have a fourth one in here. Oh, we are at 100%. All right, so I don't think there's anything left for us to increase the genome on. %. No place new for us to dig. We're almost there. Science is the lowest right now. She's also the cutest.
Everybody says you can handle yourself, so this new contract should be a cakewalk, right?
Well, let's accept it and let's see what happens. So even though we have 120 million cash, park value is only 24 million of the 40 million goal. So we're going to get rid of that. Because it'll take too long. I mean, I could just start adding buildings. Like, you can add multiple science and... Yawn. He looks very wet. Alright, so everything is pretty good right now. I've got a pin that I'm not using for anything. So really the only thing left to do is work on contracts. See if we can get all the divisions up to 100%. And then maybe start on a new island, which should unlock some things that we can come back and use on this island. Is it really not? Okay, request new contract, science. Prevent any outages for 10 minutes. Okay, that's pretty easy. But I think we're going to call it a day. All right. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Making me sleepy. All right, well, as usual, you know where to click if you want to find your way back to the page, to the channel. If you want to help someone else find their way back to the channel, you know where to click to share. If you want to help the channel out financially, plenty of ways to do that. Twitch subscription, tips, anytime, night or day. Doesn't have to be during the show. Patreon. Although if you do use Patreon, let me know because I never check it. You would be the first. It's always more fun when you're here, so hope to see you guys next time. I'll probably be more awake. I'll probably try to do some more World of Tanks tomorrow afternoon or evening. But got work tomorrow, so sleep could make that a little bit difficult. I'm enjoying this game. Mostly it's that addictive just do one more thing, which you may have noticed here in the last half hour. Alright, well, appreciate you guys being here. So until next time, we'll see you. Thanks again, Kiefer.